time for English on the go, which means we're going to look at a clip sent to us from a native speaker. And today, our native speaker comes from Australia.
네, 호주에 사는 켈시 씨에게 이야기 들어보는 시간 갖겠습니다. 켈시 씨는 이제 blow out of proportion에 대해서 이야기를 하면서 자신의 동생들 이야기를 하고 있어요. 동생들 하면 딱 어떤 느낌인지 아시겠죠? 동생들이 엄마 아빠한테 과장해서 말을 했다. 그래서 피해를 봤다 뭐 이런 건데요. 한번 같이 불러볼까요?
Okay, 켈시 씨
나와주세요.
I've got quite a few younger siblings and I've noticed something, and if you've got younger siblings as well, I'm sure you've noticed it as well. They just love to blow things way out of proportion. I mean, they just like to exaggerate everything, and I think their mission as the younger child in the family is to make sure that the older sibling, so usually me, gets in trouble for something that I didn't do or maybe I accidentally did. Like a lot of the times, maybe I'm just walking around the house and I accidentally bump into one of them and they'll fall over and they'll be like, oh no, you hit me, and they start crying and they make it a really big deal, and then I get in trouble for being mean when all the time it was an accident, and they know that they're blowing things out of proportion, but they think it's just fun to see you get in trouble sometimes, and it's a bit mischievous, but yeah, I think that's one thing they definitely enjoy doing.
Oh, yes.
And as always, I want to say to Kelsey, please breathe.
Oh, yes, because she talks very, very fast with very little space in between.
맞아요.
You never hear her really, breathe.
네, 말을 빨리 하시는 편이라서 좀 천천히 했으면 좋겠지만 그 스타일이잖아요. 본인은 굉장히 편할 거예요.
Yeah. So it's very comfortable for her, but for us it's like, wow,
네.
how can you do that?
그렇죠.
She's an athlete.
그리고 여러분의 영어 공부 목표도 사실은 켈시 씨처럼 쭉 흐름 없이 이야기가 나오는 게 목표가 되면 좋을 것 같아요. 오케이, 자 그러면 한 줄 한 줄 공부 시작해 볼까요?
Okay, let's start with the first line.
I've got quite a few younger siblings and I've noticed something.
I've got quite a few younger siblings and I've noticed something.
자, 단어부터 보겠습니다. 형제 자매를 가리키는 말
Sibling. Sibling.
sibling이라고 하면요. 윗형제 아니면 언니, 누나, 오빠든지 아니면 여동생, 남동생이든지 상관이 없어요.
Right, so it doesn't matter if they're older or younger than you. They're all siblings.
Yeah, siblings. So how many siblings do you have?
I have 3 younger brothers and 3 younger sisters.
So you have 6 siblings.
I have 6 siblings.
네, 저 같은 경우에는 2 siblings가 있어요. 그렇다 보면은 이제 3남매인 거죠.
Right, so there's 3.
Yeah.
Right, so you don't include yourself when you talk about siblings.
이게 핵심이에요. 자신을 포함시키면 안 돼요.
Right.
네, 그래서 저희 집은 3남매예요라고 말하고 싶어서 I have 3 siblings 하면은 이제 4남매가 되는 거죠.
Right.
네, 오케이, 꼭 기억하시고요. 그래서 I've got quite a few는 꽤 많다. 그래서 just like you, 켈시 씨도 동생이 많나 봐요. 그래서 동생이 많이 있는데 and I've noticed something. 뭔가 알게 된 게 있대요.
So let's see what she says next.
And if you've got younger siblings as well, I'm sure you've noticed it as well.
And if you've got younger siblings as well, I'm sure you've noticed it as well.
자, 문장에서 as well 두 번 나왔고요. 그 다음에 you've got, I've got, you've got 이렇게 나왔네요. 왜냐하면 제가 방금 I've got 말하는 것은 그 바로 앞문장이었는데 우리가 보통 있다라고 할 때 I have time, I have a book 이게 기본형인데 방금 전 문장처럼 I've got quite a few younger siblings 여기서도 you've got your siblings 이런 것처럼 you've got으로 바꿔 쓰기도 해요.
Yeah, you can say you've got. So you've got one son, right?
Yes, I've got one son.
Okay.
네, 이렇게 you've got. 그러니까 I have하고 똑같습니다. 그러니까 의미는 같게 보시면 되겠고요. 사람마다 이 I've got, you've got을 더 좋아하는 사람이 있고 I have, you have를 더 좋아하는 사람이 있어요. 여러분도 동생이 있다면 마찬가지로 I'm sure you've noticed it as well. 눈치채셨을 거예요. 아직 내용은 모르겠어요. 안 나왔어요.
Right, but I think that she'll tell us next the thing that she noticed and we might have noticed as well. Let's watch.
They just love to blow things way out of proportion. I mean, they just like to exaggerate everything.
True. She says they just love to blow things way out of proportion. I mean, they just like to exaggerate everything.
지금 켈시 씨의 이 이야기를 하는데 표정이 굉장히 열정적이에요. 뭔가 너무 억울해요. She has experienced many things.
She has.
Yeah. So they just love to
blow things way out of proportion.
네.
Blow something out of proportion. It's our keyword.
네, 오늘의 키 표현이고요. blow out of proportion이라고 하는 것이 과장하다, 부풀리다라면 여기서는 그냥 out of proportion이 아닌 blow things way out of proportion.
Way out of proportion.
네, 이 way가 들어가면서 더 강조가 됐습니다.
Yes.
그래서 blow things way out of proportion 하면 너무 심하게 과장하는 거를 좋아한대요.
Is she blowing it out of proportion though?
Maybe. 켈시 씨가 과장하고 있을 수도 있어요. I mean, they just like to exaggerate everything. 똑같은 말이에요.
Yep. Exaggerate is the same as blowing something out of proportion sometimes.
네, 그래서 과장하다, exaggerate. 발음 한 번 더 천천히.
Exaggerate.
네, exaggerate. 그래서 지금 과장하다를 뜻하는 표현이 두 개가 쓰인 문장들이었고요. 바로 다음 보겠습니다.
Okay.
And I think their mission as the younger child in the family is to make sure
And I think their mission as the younger child in the family is to make sure
그리고 제 생각에 their mission, 그들의 임무, 누구로서의 임무냐 하면 as the younger child in the family, 가족에 있어서 이제 younger child, 동생으로서의 임무가 is to make sure, 반드시 꼭 이렇게 하게끔 만드는 게 마치 미션인 것 같대요. 그 다음 내용이 재밌어요.
So they make sure of what? She tells us next.
that the older sibling, so usually me, gets in trouble for something that I didn't do or maybe I accidentally did.
The older sibling, so usually me, gets in trouble for something that I didn't do or maybe I accidentally did.
자, 빨간색으로 표시된 표현부터 보면요. 말썽을 일으키다.
Get into trouble or get in trouble.
Get in trouble, get into trouble. 말썽을 일으킨 건데요. 만약 말썽을 일으켜서 선생님이나 부모님에게 혼나는 것도 그것도 get in trouble.
Yeah, so if your parents are just saying, don't do that, why would you do that? That's also getting in trouble. Get in trouble.
맞아요. 밖에 나가서 말썽 피운다. 그것도 get in trouble이지만 만약에 제가 메간 선생님의 귀중한 바나나를 먹었어요. 그러면 나중에 지금 먹을 때는 맛있으니까 좋아요. 상관없어요. 아직 메간 선생님한테 걸리지도 않았고.
Right.
I haven't gotten caught
Caught
by
by me.
Megan. But the moment she finds out, I will be in
trouble.
그때 이제 혼나는 거죠.
Yes, you'll be in big trouble, mister, if you ever eat my banana or my gokuma, my sweet potatoes.
네, get into trouble 한다는 게 그렇게 혼난다 말이고요. 그 다음에 마지막 부분에 나왔던 것이 그 실수로 우연히
Accidentally.
accidentally 이 부분이 나왔습니다. 전체 문장은요, 그 동생들이 무엇을 make sure 하고 싶었냐면 the older sibling, 그러니까 usually me 하면서 그러니까 주로 저죠 하면서 gets in trouble for something that I didn't do, 하지도 않은 일을 가지고 혼나게 하는 게 그들의 임무인 것 같다. Or maybe I accidentally did. 실수로 한 일, 일부러 그런 것도 아닌데 실수로 나 때문에 넘어졌거나 실수로 했을 때 반드시 엄마한테 혼나게 만드는 게 그들의 미션인 것 같다.
I'm just thinking about all the times.
Oh, really? Well, I guess I grew up with nice sisters. They never did that.
Really?
Yeah.
You're so lucky. Anyway, let's see what else she says. Move on to the next one.
Like a lot of the times, maybe I'm just walking around the house and I accidentally bump into one of them.
Like a lot of the times, maybe I'm just walking around the house and I accidentally bump into one of them.
예를 들어서 a lot of the times라는 거는 often.
Yeah, often. Or oftentimes, you could even say.
네, often, 자주. 어떤 일이 있냐면 maybe, 여기서 말하는 maybe는 또 예를 들어서
For example.
네, 아마도 집을 걸어 다니는 건 아니고 예를 들어 I'm just walking around the house. 집 안에서 그냥 걸어 다니고 있는데 and I accidentally
Bump into one of them. Bump into.
네, accidentally는 방금 전에 소개했고요. 실수로 우연히 bump into.
Bump into.
네, bump into는 두 가지 뜻이 있어요. 부딪히다 또는 우연히 만나다.
Oh yeah. So yesterday I bumped into my brother at the supermarket.
맞아요. 어제 brother, 형이나 오빠나 아니면 남동생을 슈퍼마켓에서 만났다. bump into. 근데 실제로 만났을 때 서로 못 보고 서로 핸드폰 보고 가다가 실제로 부딪혔을 수도 있어요.
Yeah, you can bump into them and then it has double meanings.
Yes. So you literally bumped into your brother
Yeah.
when you bumped into your brother.
Yeah.
네.
So we would say, I literally bumped into my brother.
그러니까요. 오빠랑 우연히 만났을 때 실제로 부딪혔다라고 할 때도 bump into 둘 다 똑같은 표현을 쓸 수 있는 거예요. 자, 그래서 어디에 지금 여기서는 집에서 우연히 동생 만났네, hi 이게 아니고
Right.
부딪힌 거.
Yes.
bumping.
Yes. Colliding into.
Yeah. And if you bump into something, you can have a bump on your head.
Oh, yeah, you can get a bump from bumping into something. So a bump is like a raised spot on your, face or arm,
네,
anywhere.
부어오른 혹 같은 것도 범프라고 해요. 부딪히면 나타나는 거니까. 오케이? 자, 그럼
Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
In the road, when they have those bumps, they're called speed bumps.
Speed bump.
Because it's kind of going up like this.
맞아요.
Like a bump on your skin.
네, 과속 방지턱을 speed bump라고 하죠. And baby bump.
Oh, yeah,
네.
baby bump.
임신부의 베이비 범프 이렇게 배가 볼록 나와 있는 것도 베이비 범프라고 합니다. 다양하게 쓸 수 있는 말인데 여기서는 부딪히다.
Right.
그러면 어떤 일이 발생하죠?
And they'll fall over and they'll be like, oh no, you hit me, and they start crying and they make it a really big deal.
And they'll fall over and they'll be like, oh no, you hit me. And they'll start crying and they'll make it a really big deal.
And they will do what?
They'll fall over. Fall over.
fall 하면 떨어지다라는 말도 있고 넘어지다라는 말도 있는데 그게 명확하지 않을 때는 fall over까지 또는 fall down까지 해주면 딱 진짜로 넘어지다.
Right. So you can, if something falls, it could just be an object or something. But in the case of a person, you can say fall over or fall down. So we know, oh, okay, the person fell down.
네,
Right?
fall down 같은 경우에는 진짜로 위에 서 있던 높게 서 있던 사람이 슉 떨어지는 넘어지는 느낌인데
Yeah.
fall over 같은 경우는 이렇게 넘어가는 느낌. 네.
Yeah.
좀 멀리 슝 넘어가는 거 그런 느낌을 갖고 있습니다. 그런 다음에 동생들이 뭐라고 말하냐면 Oh, you hit me. Oh no, you hit me. 언니가 나 때렸어. 라고 말을 한 다음에 and they start crying, 울기 시작하고 and then they make it a really
Big deal.
네.
A big deal.
A big deal이라는 것은 중대한 거래가 될 수도 있지만 여기서 말하는 것은 큰 일.
Yeah.
네.
They make it more serious because they're exaggerating. They blew something out of proportion. They
네.
made it a big deal.
네,
Right?
우연히 부딪힌 건데 언니가 나 쳤어 하면서 막 울고 난리를 치는 거예요. 이게 바로 이제 blowing something out of proportion.
And what happens next?
And then I get in trouble for being mean when all the time it was an accident.
And then I get in trouble for being mean when all the time it was an accident.
자, 여기에 나오는 표현 뭐죠? 한번 볼까요?
He said all the time.
All the time. 일반적으로 all the time이라고 하면은 항상.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I go there all the time.
근데 여기서는 항상이 아니에요.
Right, so in this case, it's not. It just means kind of more like the whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The whole time이라고 하는 표현도 괜찮았을 것 같아요. 또는 all this time.
Yeah.
그래서 처음부터 내내 그랬던 건데. And then I get in trouble for being mean. mean하다고, 못됐다고 혼나요. get in trouble 해요.
Yeah.
When all the time, 처음부터 아예 it was an accident.
Yeah.
네. 처음부터 단순 실수였는데도 그렇게 혼을 나게 된다는 거고요. And then in the next line, what does she say?
And they know that they're blowing things out of proportion.
And they know that they're blowing things out of proportion.
동생들이 스스로가 과장을 하고 있다는 거를 알고 있겠죠. They know that they're blowing things out of proportion.
Of course they do. So let's see what she says next.
But they think it's just fun to see you get in trouble sometimes.
They do. She says, but they think it's just fun to see you get in trouble sometimes.
네, they think it's just fun. 그냥 재밌다고 그들은 생각합니다. To see you, 당신이 또는 손위 형제가 get in trouble sometimes. 가끔 혼나는 거 보는 게 재밌다고 느끼는지 그렇게 과장을 한대요.
Okay, let's see what she says in the last sentence.
And it's a bit mischievous, but yeah, I think that's one thing they definitely enjoy doing.
And it's a bit mischievous, but yeah, I think that's one thing that they definitely enjoy doing.
자, 방금 전에 발음이 재밌게 됐는데요. 짓궂은 말썽꾸러기 할 때 mischievous.
She said mischievous, But some people say mischievous
Yeah.
as well.
I think the standard pronunciation is mischievous.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Mischievous. 그래서 그 mischief 자체가 짓궂음, 말썽 피우는 거 장난치는 건데요. 그래서 짓궂긴 한데, but yeah, I think it's one thing that they definitely enjoy doing. 아래 형제, 즉 손아래 형제들이 즐기는 것들 중 하나인 것 같습니다.
For sure. So, okay, that was a very interesting little clip that I definitely agree with you on. So, why don't we take a look at what she said one more time?
I've got quite a few younger siblings, and I've noticed something, and if you've got younger siblings as well, I'm sure you've noticed it as well. They just love to blow things way out of proportion. I mean, they just like to exaggerate everything, and I think their mission as the younger child in the family is to make sure that the older sibling, so usually me, gets in trouble for something that I didn't do, or maybe I accidentally did. Like a lot of the times, maybe I'm just walking around the house and I accidentally bump into one of them, and they'll fall over and they'll be like, oh no, you hit me, and they start crying and they make it a really big deal, and then I get in trouble for being mean when all the time it was an accident. And they know that they're blowing things out of proportion, but they think it's just fun to see you get in trouble sometimes, and it's a bit mischievous. But yeah, I think that's one thing they definitely enjoy doing.